it's just become this obsession. It's in my soul. It defines me. Turkey hunting is just pretty much everything to me when it comes to hunting. So in 1989, I was in a composition and speech class at college, and we all had to do a speech on what we were interested in. And we had this guy in there that he was a big turkey hunter. And so he did his presentation on turkey hunting. And I remember watching this guy, and he's up there, and he comes in full camo. Of course, he doesn't bring a gun. It's on a university, but full camo. And he's got his face mask and his gloves on, and he brings all these turkey calls, and he talks about sitting for hours on end at the base of a tree, and he can't move, and everything's covered up. And I remember thinking to myself, there is no way I'm ever doing that. And then fast forward a handful of years later, and I was deer hunting and doing a little bit of waterfowl hunting, and it just wasn't scratching the itch anymore. And so I decided to go turkey hunting, of all things. And I remember sitting that first morning, and I remember getting on the slate call and letting out just a couple soft yelps. And they probably didn't even sound all that good, who knows. And I remember right there in front of me, 20, 30 yards in front of me, up in a tree. This turkey just sounds off. And I remember jumping. It startled me so bad that I dropped the slate call, dropped the striker. They went crashing to the ground, making all kinds of noise. But I remember that morning so vividly, all the sounds and everything that was going on, and him gobbling right there in front of me, and hearing other turkeys gobble off in the distance, and the mosquitoes buzzing in your ears and around your face, and my heart just beating out of my chest. Remember, he pitches down, and he lands behind a log, big old tree that was down in front of me, and I get that gun up, and I remember just shaking like a leaf, and he gobbles a couple times behind that log, and he comes out around the end of the log, and he was, I don't know, maybe 25 yards out there in front of me. And I remember putting the bead of the gun on him and squeezing the trigger and him flopping right there. And I remember being so excited, and I went to jump up, and I've been sitting on the ground, so my legs are completely numb and falling asleep, and my backside's asleep. And I took about one, maybe two steps, and I fell flat on my face because I was just numb from the waist down. And it was probably the funniest thing ever, because you get this turkey flopping, and then you got me laying there flopping, rolling around on the ground. And I remember thinking, oh my goodness, if anybody saw this, they'd be laughing. But that was it. That was the moment that started everything. I always tell people it's ironic that 30 years ago, as I was sitting in a college classroom, I was like, I'm never doing that. That's crazy. And then here you are. This many years later, I've made so many great friends and watched my daughters grow up turkey hunting and be successful. And it's just been in my life for so long, and I can't even imagine not doing it. Yeah, never say you're never going to do anything, because I looked at that guy and his camo face mask and gloves and everything, and him talking about these gobbling and strutting turkeys, and I thought, that guy's nuts. Now I guess I'm just as crazy.